The algorithms always change, but the 3 Ps remain the same. Welcome to This Week in Marketing.
The underpinnings of every single social platform, from Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all of them, they are all underpinned by one major principle, that interaction equals visibility. If you can't generate interaction on your videos, on your posts, and so forth, you're never going to get people to actually see your content. I've heard lots of folks say before, well, it's okay. As long as people see my content, I'm okay with limited views. I'm okay with limited likes as long as they see it. But I'm here to tell you that if you're not garnering interaction, then by extension, you're not actually being shown to anybody, because the algorithms are holding you back, because all they want to do is keep people on the platforms, keep people engaged. And the signals they're looking for is, did they watch the video? Did they comment? Did they like? Did they share? Did they engage? And if they didn't, the post is, no offense, a dud. So today I want to give you the 3P framework in terms of how you should approach social media, any social media site, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it doesn't matter. Any platform, to make sure that you're winning on social, so that every follower actually sees your content, so that your past clients and sphere actually see your videos and it has an impact in your marketing. Because I got to tell you, marketing is ineffective if the people to whom you're marketing never saw the content in the first place. Being seen is part of the game. Interaction equals visibility. Welcome to This Week in Marketing. My name is Jason Pantana. I'm your instructor, and we are all so stoked that you're here watching and learning. If this is new to you, head on over to our channel and tap that big red subscribe button. We definitely want to make you a part of our community, and while you're there, hit the little bell next to it to make sure the notifications are turned on, so that whenever we publish content like this video, you're the first to know about it, and more specifically, you're the first to implement all the strategies, all the ideas in your business. Now, let's get back to social media marketing. The 3 Ps that I promised, they go as follows: publish, participate, promote. These are the 3 elements, the 3 prongs, the 3 pillars of social media that so many miss. But if you get them all right, it's a winning combination. If you miss even one of them, it's going to limit the performance that you can realize on social media. Again, any platform, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all of them, it's the same 3 Ps, and it works every time. Our first P of the day is publish. You need to be publishing content. You need to define structure around the content you publish. Let's address a really big question. What is content, other than a buzzword? And content is the stuff you publish across social media, period. And actually, I would argue that social media is not really the right name for it. I would now start calling it social multimedia. That's much more descriptive. It's videos, short form videos, long form videos, vertical videos, disappearing videos, interactive videos. It's carousels, it's photos, it's all the captions you add to your content. That's content. Everything you're publishing on social is content. So let's play this out for a second. If you publish valuable content and somebody says, I'm willing to follow that, that's a really powerful signal. If somebody says, I'm willing to like that or comment on that, I may not be ready to buy or sell now necessarily, but that like to me is a strong indicator that you're on their consideration set, so that when the time arrives, you're the number one pick. You're the agent of choice. Now, this video is not necessarily about what content you should actually create and publish. It's more just saying you should create and publish content. If you're looking for more details or description on exactly what types of content real estate agents in 2022 should make part of their mix, go watch last week's episode of This Week in Marketing. Now, the second P in our 3 Ps, we're pushing the Ps with JP. Participate in the conversation. This is a mistake that a lot of agents make. They kind of look at social media as a space to broadcast their content. And it is, but only if you participate. You have to earn that right to some degree, because it's a social network. It involves I talk, you talk, I talk, you talk. It's got a social component to it. And so if you are neglecting to comment on other people's posts, to DM them, to be an active participant on a social network, then you're missing out. I'll give you an example. My LinkedIn is not where I want it to be, but then again, I'm not really working LinkedIn that deliberately. So why should I be surprised? If I wanted to get better performance on LinkedIn, I know what I have to do. I have to participate more. But my allegiance is tied to Instagram, YouTube, and elsewhere, and I get that we have limitations, but I'm saying don't be surprised if you don't work the platforms diligently. If you don't participate in the conversation, you're going to run into a limitation in terms of how well that platform performs for you. Now, I said from the very beginning that the underpinning algorithmic factor of all the major networks is that interaction equals visibility. They look at interaction as a signal of people having a good time on their platform, and their goal is to keep them on those respective platforms. Why? Because they want to sell ads. We get it. It's a business, but interaction equals visibility. In other words, my content, if it does not garner interactions, views, hearts, likes, taps, swipes, all that kind of stuff, then it will underperform. Now, how do I get better interaction? Well, I would tell you to invoke the law of reciprocity. You should participate. You should initiate. How do I do that? Well, that would mean that you should actually go to your followers' post and comment on their stuff, DM them, the stuff I just talked about. But think about the law of reciprocity and how it works to your advantage right now in that way. When you comment on somebody else's post, their natural response, their human response is to comment back. In other words, if I scratch your back, you scratch my back. That's human nature. It's called the law of reciprocity. And so if you want to get folks to comment on your stuff, then you should comment on their stuff. It's human nature, but it's also algorithmic nature. So think about this. If you comment on their post and they reply back, that's a signal of interaction. Interaction equals visibility. So I'll bet you money that you go into Instagram and you comment on somebody's post, and then they get a notification that you commented on their post. And what do? They open up the app and they see your comment, and they're going to maybe like it and then possibly reply to it. They're going to cement that relationship interaction on Instagram. And then if they're like most people, as soon as they're done with their notifications, the first thing they're going to do is go to the feed and start scrolling for a little bit because they're already there on the app, and I might as well scroll for a little bit. And when they go to scroll, I'll also bet you money that the first thing they're going to see is the most recent post from you. You must publish content and you must participate. Why is it like that? Well, because interaction equals visibility. There was just an immediate exchange between you and that person in their comment thread. And so now when they go to the app to see what else is out there, chances are your content gets prioritized. Here's what I'm getting at. If you want better reach for your post, remember, if the posts aren't seen, if they aren't visible, they're literally doing no good for your marketing. So if you want better reach and performance for your post on social media, Instagram or wherever else, you've got to work the platforms. How do I work the platforms? Get in the comments, get in the DMs, and the law of reciprocity is going to come to your aid. Hey, if this content is resonating with you, let us know in the comments below and give it a thumbs up so that YouTube's very proud of us. Let's jump into my third P, which is to promote. It's to publish content, participate in the conversation, and to promote. This is also something a lot of folks aren't doing. They're making all this content. They're working their tails off to publish all this content. They're working the algorithms as effectively as possible, and then the content burns through the feeds. Like we've talked about this on this show before. What is the life expectancy of a post on Instagram, just for instance? And the answer is like a day or two. It has the life of a fruit fly, and then poof, it turns into oblivion, never to be seen of or heard of again. I would say to you that you're not leveraging your content to the fullest extent. You should be putting money behind your content in addition to optimizing it for organic performance. But why not boost it? Why not run an ad on Facebook or Instagram to try to promote it and make sure it gets seen by the right people? In particular, I would say there's two audiences that you want to target with your content. Because remember, your content confers value. It garners consideration. The people who like it, who watch it, they may not be ready to buy, sell, or transact now, but by liking it, by commenting, they're basically saying, hey, but you're on my radar. You're on my consideration set. Now, the audiences that you should target are A, your database, past clients, sphere of influence, all the people in your CRM, all the people in your email list. They're the ones that you should retarget. You can actually upload your spreadsheet of contacts into the Facebook Ads Manager, and then Facebook, and by extension Instagram, can kind of scan through, hash your data, and say like, oh, that's Joe, that's Sue, and it can find the matches based upon the contact information you provide with their user population so that they can show your content to your database. Why does that matter? Well, it matters because, riddle me this, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to watch it fall, did it make a sound? And the answer is, who cares? Because nobody was there to watch it fall. In the same spirit of that silly little platitude, if I post content on Facebook or Instagram or wherever and my database doesn't see it, did it do me any good? And the answer is no, they didn't see it. Marketing only works when it's seen, when it's consumed. If the audience I'm marketing to didn't get marketed to, then nobody got marketed to. So what would happen if you put some money behind your content and you retargeted your database so that they had to see your content in their respective feeds? That would probably be pretty awesome. I actually published a video on exactly how to do this. If you want to watch the video, click here. If all this Facebook Ads Manager talk is a little too complicated sounding for you, then let's make things really simple. Just hit the boost button on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever, and target a 15-mile radius in your local marketplace. What if you started using your actual organic value-add content, the stuff that positions you as the know you, like you, trust you agent of choice? What if you started positioning that through a paid ad to all the people in your community? Would it not then by extension grow your audience and grow your brand? I think it would. It comes back to the 3 Ps of social media marketing: publish great content, participate in the conversation, and promote it to the right people. That's it. If you do all 3 of those things, your social media presence is going to flourish and it's going to make your pipeline go bananas. Thanks so much for watching This Week in Marketing. We'd love to hear your thoughts or questions or other ideas in the comments thread in terms of what you want to know to level up your business through the lens of marketing. So until next week, this is This Week in Marketing.